If you're ready to harness the power of your communications data, blast off with Nylas today.
Hello, and welcome to Coding with Nylas, the live stream where we talk about programming, APIs, and more. My name is Blag, Senior Developer Advocate here at Nylas.
Hi, my name is Ram, Developer Advocate at Nylas.
How are you, Ram?
I am doing good. I'm kind of excited for these last few live streams. We've been talking about one of my favorite topics. But before we jump in, how have you been, Blog?
I've been doing fine. I mean, weather is kind of getting better.
Yeah.
So at least the snow is going away. So we're happy.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm looking forward to good weather all around. So what are we going to talk about today?
So today we're going to talk about how to locally test your webhooks using Java. So it's nice because we're finally giving Java a bit more love, because I think we only have one episode on Java. So this is probably going to be the second one.
Awesome.
But also, remember last time we did how to locally test your webhooks using Ruby, and we used kind of like a terminal application. This time we're going to do it web-based, but we're going to add Twilio into the mix, because we're going to get a notification via SMS, which is going to be nice.
Gotcha. Okay.
So before we move on, don't forget to like and subscribe. Go to our channel, youtube.com/Nylas, where all our live streams reside, and you're going to be informed when we do a new one. Also, don't forget to go to our nylas.com/blog, where all our blogs live. We post there every week. So let's jump into the demo for local webhooks. So let me share my screen. And you're going to see that right now it's obviously not working. I need to go and start the server. And it's telling me that webhook panel is open. So when I go here, I just need to reload. And I have my webhook monitor. So I'm going to have the ID, the date, the email that is sending, the email that is receiving, the title, and also the type. So let me go and quickly send an email to myself saying something like testing webhooks. Send it. And we should wait a little bit to see it here. Let's try to make it a little bit bigger, probably. Here we have the ID, we have the date, and okay, that's actually not what I sent, but we can see that it's working. I just received an email from Zoom, and it got here, it was created, so I receive it. So the one that I sent should be appearing here soon.
So these are all your email webhooks you're displaying, or all webhooks?
All the email webhooks.
Okay.
So every time I get a new email, it should be displayed here. And,
Gotcha.
and there's the one that I sent, the testing webhooks.
Okay.
So let's see if I open that, and I need to go for this one on my cell phone. So I open it, and here should say that it was updated. So let's wait a little bit.
So you're opening the email on your phone right now. Gotcha.
Yes.
So
And you can see here, message updated, because I verified, right? It was created, now it's updated because I opened it. So
Gotcha.
Every time I send an email or I receive an email, we're going to get it here.
Okay.
So now the interesting part comes if I go here and I execute this email tracking. This one only works if you are a registered customer with Nylas. So it's not going to work for the free trial. But basically, you're going to send an email that is kind of trackable. So I'm going to send hit, and I'm going to receive an email. So if we go here, it said that the message was created. It was sent from my Nylas email to my personal email. I can go here. I can open it. And here it's going to be, I should say message updated. But because we have a link, I can click on the link. That's going to open in the last page. but at the same time, it's gonna send me an SMS. And here you're gonna see that we have that the link was clicked. So let me open my cell phone.
So here, right now, you've added the tracking feature where you can track any user interaction on email. And in this example, we're doing a link was clicked.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So right now, what I'm doing is I'm taking a screenshot of the message. So I'm gonna send it to myself so I can display it on the screen. And I had a previous one because that's what you're gonna see. You're gonna see two. Let's wait a little bit. Was sent, so it should appear in. Okay, here it is. So I can open it, and you see that I click on the link, and I received the message. So send for your Twilio trial account. The link you sent to my personal email was open. So every time me or someone that receives the email clicks on the link, we're gonna get an SMS.
Oh, so essentially we're connecting the message tracking with an SMS message. So anytime something changes within a message or is interacted by a user, you get an SMS update.
Yes. So I didn't want it to be on create or update, but
Okay.
on link. So I mean, I didn't want to send like trillions of SMS, right?
Yep.
So that's one I thought it was like a good idea to set on link clicked.
Okay.
So let me stop sharing for a second because otherwise I cannot see my own screen. I'm sorry. So we just saw a demo of the local webhooks, and we saw an email tracking. So now it's time to go into the source code. But I want to remind people that we have 4 Nylas SDKs. We have one for Ruby, one for Node, one for Python, and one for Java that we're using right now. So let me share my screen. So here is the POM XML for the local webhooks that we displayed. So we need the Nylas SDK. This is for logging so that we don't get weird messages on the screen. This one is for .emp, so we can store our credentials. Let me zoom in a little bit. Then we're going to use Spark Java to do the web application. We're going to use Mustache to render the information. And we're going to use also the Twilio SDK. So if we go into the source code, not actually some in, not some out. And one more. So here we're just going to call some Java utilities like local dates, son offset, exception. We're also going to call the Nylas packages. And this one is kind of new and important. This is com Nylas services.channel. And this one is going to allow us to make a channel to the webhook server. Here, we're going to call .emp to be able to read our credentials. And here, we're going to declare everything we need for Spark Java and Mustache. And finally, we're going to call the Twilio libraries. So Twilio and account message, which we need for TempSMS. So when we start, what we want to do is we want to load our M variables. We also want to get our Twilio keys, which is our SID and our Twilio token. Then we're going to initialize the Twilio client. And we're going to create a list of arrays, an array of list to just put all the webhook notifications that we're getting. So pretty much everything that we're displaying here. Then we're going to initialize our client. And here comes the interesting part. We're going to create a webhook channel. So we're going to build it. We're going to say it's going to be able to handle notifications. And then here we can specify the triggers that we're going to use. So we're going to use message created, message opened, message updated, and link clicked. When we do webhook channel connect, we're going to be connected to the webhook server. So we're going to be able to get the webhooks. Then here, we're going to define the path for our Spark Java application. Here, we're going to call the messages endpoint from Nylas. So when we get a webhook, we're going to be able to link that to the message so we can get the information of who's sending the email, what's the title, what date, etc. So here what I'm going to do is we're going to create a webhook info extractor, which is just going to hold our information. Here we're going to get from the ID of the webhook, we're going to get all the information that we need from the message. Here we're just going to fill it up. And here comes kind of like the next part. When we click on a link, we're going to call Twilio. So we're going to say, this phone number is one that is generated by Twilio. It's kind of like a virtual phone. And from this virtual phone, we're going to send the messages. Here, this telephone is going to be my number, which is going to receive the message. And here, we're going to have the text of the message. The link that you send to, we're getting this from the message, was open. And then, and this might be my lack of knowledge from Twilio, but actually, I need to print out something in order to trigger the SMS. If I don't do that, it wasn't not getting displayed or getting sent. So just printing the SID worked for me, and I get the message. Here I'm just creating a model just to be able to pass the information that I want into Mustache and just display it on the screen. Here I have a couple of getters and setters just to be able to send the ID of the webhook and the type of the webhook. Here I have the structure, so the ID, the date, email from, email to, child, and type. And here we have the important part where we actually handling the response back from the webhook. So here, what we're gonna say is we're gonna get the trigger type, and we're gonna say that if it's message created or message updated, then we want to get the ID. If it's message opened or link clicked, because it's a tracking email, we need to do it a little bit differently. So here we actually need to get the tracking data and then get the ID. And then we can pass that into the messages endpoint, and we can get all the information from the webhook or from the email that was sent. And here, it's just a message, so we can know that the webhook channel was open. So when we launch the application, you saw here that it was saying webhook channel is open. So that's kind of it. Actually, if you would like to see the mustache part, is pretty similar to what we had done before. So I just have a main mustache. As always, I'm using Tailwind CSS because it's way easier for me to create the interface. And this is just a simple interface. We're just going to get a list of webhooks. We're going to loop them and just going to display it on the screen. What is important maybe here, if on the email tracking side of things, it's much simpler. We just call Nylas. We just call .emp. And for the email tracking, we just initialize our account. We're going to say, this is the title of the email. This is who's going to receive the email. And here, we actually need to put a link for it to work. So we need to go, let me put it bigger. So we need to actually put a link inside. And then here, we need to create a new tracking object. We need to say that it should be true and open. It should be a link. It should work on replies, and that we want to send tracking. So once we send the email and we click on the link, that's going to be a response back from the webhook saying that we actually open or we click on the link. And that's the way we're going to be able to link it with Twilio and actually send the SMS message.
That's awesome.
I hope the explanation was not too complicated.
I thought it was pretty cool. So just to clarify, we were using the actual Nylas SDKs for the webhook tunnel. So all the SDKs support this functionality where if you want to inspect any webhook, you can just start using this functionality and it will register for every possible webhook available from Nylas. So you can just see all of them. And in our case, in this demo or live stream, we narrowed it down to messages.
Yes, exactly. So it is way easier to just, inside your application, just call the webhook, make the webhook channel, and just receive the information.
Gotcha. One other thing I wanted to point out was just to check out our developer docs because they do go through and talk about message tracking. So it's developer.nylas.com/docs and just search for message tracking. And you can go through and see all that we offer with regards to message tracking, like blog walkthrough today.
Yes, exactly. Thanks, Ram, for that. And don't forget to go also to our github.com Nylas-samples, where we publish all the repos for the live streams and the blogs that we do. Also, don't forget that we stream every Wednesday and Friday at 11 a.m. EST and 8 a.m. PST. So let us know also on our social at Nylas. If you would like to be a guest on the show, if you would like us to talk about anything in particular, just let us know what you think overall.
Yep, just drop us any comment or feedback on any live stream that you love from the past or you look forward to seeing, and we'll definitely work towards having that up for you either on our blog or on a live stream. Thanks, Blog, for doing this. This was really cool.
Yeah, cool. Thanks. Hope you like it. All right. Bye, everyone. Take care. See you later.
All right. See you. Bye.